Hello, my beautiful friends. This is Jen, and today we are on for our weekend wild card. And today we're doing a little bit of backward bending. It was actually inspired by a conversation I had earlier today at the gym. We were like, my friend was just telling me that his back was kind of feeling not so great. And so, he had been spending a lot more time on like a yoga ball and a yoga wheel and like hanging out upside down and all those things, which is such a great way to let your spine decompress and feel really good, of course, but it's very passive. So I thought we'd do something a little bit more active in that realm, and both of them can complement each other quite well. So we'll go ahead and try that. Hey, Javon, today we're doing backward bending. So keeping things pretty chill, but definitely going into a proper warm-up so that our spines are ready and willing to move into those positions. So let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. All right, this will just serve as a little bit of background, not too much following the beat of the music or anything like that. Hey Molly, hey Manasi, we're doing some backward bending today. Find yourself in child, so open up your knees nice and wide to start. Extend your arms out long. And just find some breaths here on your full inhale. Go lengthen out through your arms, out through your fingers. And I personally like to do a little bit of this right-left business. And on your exhale, melt your hips down closer with your heels. One more time, inhale, lengthen, go reach. And exhale, melt your hips down closer toward your heels. Good. Start to move your arms over to your left-hand side. Stay nice and low. Reach out, extend out through your arms, your fingers. Find the side of your body, your right side body, nice and long. Change my orientation a little bit. Reach, go, lengthen. And exhale, melt a little bit deeper. Keep this really active as you extend on your inhale. Find that stretch highlighted down your right side body. Exhale, melt. Let's start to walk your hands over to your right hand side. Build the stretch down the left side of your body. And it's really easy for this stretch to get stale. So I want you to lengthen, actively reach. And exhale, melt. Feel something. Inhale, lengthen, reach. Exhale, melt. Good. Walk your hands, your arms back through center. Find the sides of your body long. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, melt. Good. Your next inhale, come up. And we'll just do a mild backward bend to get ourselves started. So you're up on your knees, hands on your hips, thumbs on the outside, fingers face the floor. Gently push your pelvis forward, lift your chest up nice and tall. Allow your head to relax back as you push your pelvis forward. Hold right here for 4, chest up. For 3, for 2, for 1. Gently lift yourself up. Good. Step your left foot forward first. Left foot forward. And then you can bring your hands on your left thigh. Just give me a couple of rocks forward. Lean and back. Lean your hips forward and down. Come back. 2 more times. Lean forward. Come back. Last time, lean, and we'll hold this one. So I'm still on sort of the hard part of my knee, which doesn't feel really good to me. I'm gonna shift forward a little bit more so it feels nicer. I'm closer to the fleshy part of my right thigh. And then from this place, let's bring these arms all the way up high toward the ceiling, lift. Grab a hold of your right wrist, lift, and then bend your body over to your left-hand side. So it's a nice side body stretch. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach a little bit farther. Good. Come back through center. And then from here, keep your right arm up. Let your left hand go back to your right thigh. Exalted warrior. I'm going to switch the angle real quick. So it looks like this. Right arm up, left arm back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow outside of your left thigh. Again, inhale, go reach, extend. Lift up through your chest. Exhale, elbow outside of your thigh. Twice more. Inhale, go reach. Exhale, elbow outside thigh. Last time, inhale, go reach. Exhale, elbow outside of your thigh. So this time, let's push against our leg. Open up through your chest. Start to bring your hands closer into the prayer position. And I want you to just feel your chest. You can make any adjustments in your legs. I just did that distance-wise. But notice your chest wants to sort of dump over your left thigh. Push your elbow into your thigh and open up your chest. See if you might be able to bring these hands a little bit closer into the prayer position, center of your chest. Find your twist here. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Untwist. Bring yourself back up through center. Good. 4 really mild backward bends. Inhale, lift up through your chest. Start to look up. Exhale, gently reach your arms back. Lean your hips. Again, inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, draw your arms back. Still that lift in your chest. I dig my nail into your up back. Twice more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach your arms back farther. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach a little bit farther. Good. Push out your hands, your palms, out, right, left. Place your right hand down inside of your left foot. Stay long through your chest. Bend up your right leg. Reach your left hand to your right foot. Squeeze your heel in, and then lean your hips maybe a little bit deeper. Open your chest just a little bit more. So again, feel that stretch highlighted through your right hip flexor. Open your chest, continue to twist. As you squeeze your heel closer to your butt, maybe you even touch. Really use the leverage of your strong left arm to pull your heel in just a bit closer. Good. Gently release here. Bring your hands on the inside, and then take your left leg back. You can heel toe your way out, and then return to your knees. Come back onto your knees, hands to your hips. Push your pelvis forward. Lift up tall through your chest, camel. Arch back. One more breath. Lift your chest. Exhale, push your hips forward. Good, gently lift yourself back up. Nice, this time step your right foot forward. You can bring your hands onto your right thigh and just give me a couple of leans, forward and back. Forward and back, and we'll do it 4 times. Good. 2 more times. Allow your hips to melt. You're staying pretty square. And last time, hold this one. Make any adjustments. If you're still on the hard part of your knee, shift a little bit more forward so it feels more comfortable that you can stay. And then take an inhale, arms go all the way up high. Right hand for your left wrist, lift up tall. Bend your body to the right. Feel the stretch down the left side, hip flexor, this side, your left side body. And we'll take 2 breaths here, lengthen. Use your right hand, pull yourself a little bit farther. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Pull a little bit farther, good. Come back through center. Nice, right hand down, left arm all the way up, exalted. Inhale, find your place. Again, allow your hips to melt. Lift through your chest, open up through your chest. And exhale, touch your elbow outside of your right thigh. The struggle is real balance-wise. Inhale, go lift again. And exhale, elbow outside thigh. This is all prepping for that twist. So try to get that twist already. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Ooh, my balance this side. Exhale, twist. Elbow outside of your thigh. Last time. Inhale, left arm up. Reach. Woo. Exhale, elbow outside thigh. Wow, that was a pretty big contrast. This side from the other, I felt very wobbly. Hands into the center of your chest. And again, you notice your hands will want to kind of hit around your shoulder level. If you need a little bit of assist, I like just pushing my right hand against my right thigh for a deeper surface area. Arm outside of your leg, push, open your chest. Hold right here for 4. Open your chest, 3. Really lengthen out through your crown for 2. For 1, gently untwist. Bring your arms all the way up. You have 4 of those mild backward bends. Inhale, pick your chest up nice and tall. Exhale, draw your arms back. Again, inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, draw your arms back. Really think I'm digging my nail into your up back. 2 more. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, draw your arms back. 1 more time. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, draw your arms back. Push your palms out to the right, to the left. Good. Keep your long chest, long spine. Left hand down inside of your right foot. From here, bend up your left leg. Reach your right hand to your left foot. Squeeze your heel in. Use the strength of your arm, right? So if you notice your arm is completely straight, use it. Bend your arm. Squeeze your heel into your butt. Really open up through your chest. Find your good twist as you melt your hips a little bit deeper, closer to the floor. Top of your left thigh goes closer to the floor. Open your chest. Good. Hold for 4. You should feel a nice quad stretch. Hold for 3. Squeeze your heel. 2. And 1. Gently release. So your right hand goes inside of your right foot. Gently heel toe your way out. And come back into the camel. So this is our 3rd camel. As we did this, we did left side, right side hip flexor quad stretch. That hopefully should help us out here. Hands behind, thumbs on the out, fingers face the floor. Lift your chest up, push your pelvis forward. For me, it already feels a little bit looser. The space seems to have increased a little bit. Continue to lift through your chest as you push your pelvis forward. Hold right here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently come back up. Listen, maintain your strong core, long spine. Say your hips down, hands to the floor, downward facing dog. No rounding. Tuck toes in. Push your hips up and high toward the ceiling. Hold right here for 4, for 3, long spine, 2, for 1. Good. Inhale, send your left leg up high toward the ceiling, lift. Kick your heel up high and then bend your left leg, point your toes. See if you can arch through your upper back and see if your toes might get a little bit closer to your head as you look up, head up, touch your toes to your head. I'm pretty far away. Inhale, send your left leg up high, maintain a long spine, low lunge. Try long spine as you send your leg through. Good, move into single-legged Tadasana, which is right knee up, go, lift, yes. From here, right knee, out to the right. Again, center, out to your right, 2 more times. Center, out to your right, last time. Center, out to your right. Listen, once you kind of circle all the way back, bring your knees together, lower your right hand down. Palm is facing up, go for the inside, point your toes, grab your foot. I'm a little archy right now. I want to lift up a bit taller. Good. Keep your knees close. This will help you encourage scissored thighs as opposed to open thighs. Lift up tall, kick your heel away. Open your chest. Allow your right shoulder to get drawn back. Continue to reach your left arm forward. Let's go for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Listen, lower your left hand down to the floor. Continue to kick. This hand position right here is a little bit unusual for our bind, right? We usually go for the top of our foot. So just feel the difference. You have a nice little left hamstring stretch. Continue to kick your heel away. Maybe you look up past your right shoulder toward your right toes. Okay, go for 4, keep kicking. 3 like a bow and arrow. 2, 1. Listen, keep the grip, lose the kick, bend both of your legs, maintain a long spine. From here, left hand up into the center of your chest. Stand back up into your dancer prep. Knees in close, left arm up. You have your second round. Reach up tall toward the ceiling. kick again, heel away. I like this hand positioning just because your right shoulder has the opportunity to get drawn back, create space. Think of this as a bow and arrow. Your body backward bends. Kick, go for 4, that's right. For 3, for 2, your release is your standing split, lower your hands down. Kick your right leg all the way up. Notice how long my spine is. I want to think of flattening out, upper body over lower body. Hold right here. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Gently step back into the low lunge. Soften your base leg. You're in low lunge here. All right, just send your left foot back behind into high plank. So left hand inside of your left foot, keeping your long spine, firm up your legs, send your left foot back. High plank, downward facing dog, push back. Great, nice job. You're in the downward facing dog here. Breathe nice and easy. In through your nose. Exhale out. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale out. Inhale. Send your right leg up high toward the ceiling. Lift. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot in between. Oh, I'm sorry. You want to bend your right leg. I'm sorry. Lift your chest up nice and tall. Think of kicking your toes into your head. Arch, arch, arch. Separate your knees. Kick your knee up one more time. Kick, kick, kick. Touch your head. Then straighten out your right leg. Very good. Low lunge. Step on in between without letting your spine round on you. Good. Single-legged Tadasana. Left knee up. Lift. Good. From here, we have those circles real quick. Send your left knee out to the left. Return. Again, to the left. Return. Get tall to the left. Return. Last time, to the left, we circle it all the way around until your knees meet. You square up, and then take your left hand down. Keep your palm side facing up. Reach for the inside of your foot. So notice if you're reaching for the outside, switch it, so you're on the inside, and then lift up a little taller. Knees stay close so your thighs can swipe against each other as you kick. Move your heel away from your bum. Feel your spine backward bend right before you think of even bringing your upper body down. Really kick into your foot. Open your chest. Create some space. Feel that arch in your spine. Kick over 4. Keep the grip. 3. Heel away. For 2. For 1. Lower your right hand down. And then continue in this half moon as you kick your heel away. Open your chest. Very good. Continue to kick your heel away. Good stretch through your right hamstring, maybe a little bit of inner thighs as well. Send your left knee back, maybe. You look past your left shoulder, left toes. Kick one more time, kick. All right, from here, keep the grip, lose the kick. Start to bend your base leg. All right, firm up your core. Right hand up into the center of your chest. Good. All right, prep again for that dancer. Get a firm grip of your left hand to your ankle, your foot. Reach your second one. Lift up tall so you lose any sort of saggy action here in your hips. Kick your heel away. Feel the stretch through your left hip flexor, the backward bend through your spine, the openness of your shoulder. Think of this as your arrow, your right arm, your body as your bow. Continue to kick. Kick, go for 4, standing split in 3, in 2, in 1. Good. Standing split it down. Send your left leg up high. Open your chest, guys. Press your upper body down over your lower. Hold right there. Hold for 4. Kick for 3, for 2, for 1. Good. Soften your base. Step your left toes back. Good. Open your chest. From here, right hand goes inside of your right foot. All we do, firm up our arms. Send your right foot back behind, high plank. Maintain the long spine. And then from here, I'm just gonna walk myself forward a little bit. You don't have to. I'm just bringing myself closer to the screen. Shift your body weight forward and back. Firm up your core. Shift forward and back. Again, shift forward and back. Last time, shift forward. Well forward of your wrists. Bend your arms, elbows in. Upward facing dog. Untuck toes. Drop your hips. Open your chest. Downward facing dog. Send your hips up. Long spine. Excellent. Breathe right here. Hold for 4, 3. Send your left leg up high toward the ceiling, lift. Low lunge. Left foot goes in between. Arms up high. 4 breaths. Those same breaths that we took earlier. Take an inhale. Start to look up between your hands. Exhale, melt your hips, send your arms back. I want you to check your back foot. Your heel should not be coming in. Square up your hips. Again, start from where you left off. Inhale, lift up through your chest. Exhale, reach your arms back. Think of you getting your chest parallel to the ceiling. Again, inhale, lift. Arms back, reach. One more time. Inhale, lift. I'm digging my nail into your up back and reach back. Good. Inhale, come back up into high crescent. Stay low in your hips. Take your left hand, grab onto your right wrist, lift. Bend your body over to your left hand side. I really like this because I feel like it really feels nice on my right hip flexor. Good. Hang out right here. One more breath, lengthen. Good. Exhale, reach your arms a little bit farther out. Good. Come back through center, but keep hold of your wrist. I'm going to square up to face you real quick. And then just take your right foot, bring it all the way out to your left. Same deal. Lift up tall, bend your body to your left hand side, and that should highlight even more your right hip flexor. But that side body stretch feels so good. Good. One more breath. And reach out. Good. Come back through center. Again, step your right foot back behind. Excellent. Undo your arms. Find your low lunge. Nice and easy. Send your left leg back and up, 3-legged dog. Ooh. All right, and then just like we did in the very, very beginning, bend your left leg and then arch so much it feels like you're gonna tap your toes to your head. Yeah. Straighten out your left leg, neutralize your spine, lower your left foot down. Good, let's switch the sides then. Inhale, go right leg up high toward the ceiling. Good, low lunge, step on in between, step. We move into those 4 breaths. So, find your place. Again, square up this left hip. Keep your back heel off of the floor. 4 breaths. Inhale, lift up tall through your chest. Exhale, start to lean your hips. Draw your arms back. Feels good. Again, inhale, go pick up your chest. Look up. Exhale, reach back, arms back. 2 more. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, draw your arms back farther. Melt your hips. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, arms back, reach back. Inhale, come back up. Good, so nice. Right hand to your left wrist. Reach up nice and tall, bend your body to your right. I want to say, usually after we do those big backward bends, we all come all the way down to the floor. So way to go staying up here and then returning back to the neutral. It's not easy, really. All of a sudden it feels like the blood flow is like rushing back, right? All right, 1 more breath, lengthen. And exhale, reach your arms out farther to the right. And so long as your hips are pretty square to where you're facing, your left hip flexor should be highlighted. Good, come back through center, keep the grip. I'm just gonna square up toward you. And then from here, take your left foot, send it all the way out to your right. Lift up nice and tall, and again, lean over to your right hand side. Feels good on that hip flexor, feels nice on your left side body. Continue to reach, get your deepest stretch. Use your right hand to help pull your left arm a little bit farther over. Excellent. And gently return to center. Send your left leg back to its original place. Free up your arms. Maintain that length, low lunge. Find your place. Three-legged dog, so send your right leg all the way up high. And just like we did in the very beginning, once you split out your feet, point your toes, bend your right leg. Let's see if you can tap your toes to your head. All right, look up, head up, tap your toes to your head. One more, separate your heels, arch up, and gently neutralize. Straighten out your right leg, lower your right foot, down to the floor. So many obstructions. Okay, let's shift forward into high plank. And then from here, this high plank, let your hips dip. Keep your toes propped, so it feels maybe a little bit different. This just keeps us elevated a bit more. As you melt your hips, draw open your chest, draw open your shoulders, let your hips melt. If you feel this exclusively in your low back, I want you to melt your hips, but then up your chest, right? Lift up through your chest even more. Very good. Hold for 4. Hold for 3. Really firm up your arms, push away. 2 and 1. Engage your strong core. Find yourself back into the high plank. And then shift forward once again. Lower yourself all the way down for 4, for 3, for 2. We're coming all the way down. And 1. Nice. Once you're all the way down there, find your elbows in front of your forearms flat against the floor. And think of your elbows coming into your hip points and your hip points going into your elbows. So there's that small tractioning, like a magnetic force coming in, and then draw open your chest. Squeeze your blades, let your shoulders rotate back for you. It's a very subtle movement, but you should feel it quite deeply. Press your hip points into the floor, open up through your chest. Good. And then from here, press into your palms. Straighten out your arms as much as you see fit. Same deal though, it's easy to let this dump into your low back. I want you to open up through your chest to send that arching area more primarily in your up back, right? And it won't be super easy to see visually. It's definitely all about the feel of it. From here, bend your right leg in. Good, and then straighten it out. Switch it, so your left. Go in. Good, straighten out. One more time. Right leg comes in. This time, as your option, pick up your right hand. See if you might be able to reach for your right foot and press it. Notice here, my fingers are gonna face the same direction as my toes. My palm is on the top of my foot. Lift your right elbow up and see if you can press from there. It's a pretty good visual, so hopefully that was easily sort of seen, instructed. I'm like losing my words right now, but hopefully it was easy to see how I did that. And if it wasn't, I will do the other side, of course. Push up into your left palm, and then really push down with your right palm. So eventually your foot, your heel can touch down to the floor. I'm clearly not there just quite yet, but the goal is to really get your right quad a really nice stretch here. Gently release. Let that one go, and I'm gonna change my view real quick. Okay. If at any point in time you need a rest in between, totally take that rest in between. Don't wait for me. All right, you do your left then. Bend up your left. It's easy to sag. I'm gonna push away. I noticed I sagged last time. And if you can, this is just your option, take your left fingers. I need them same direction as your toes, right? So top of my hand on the top of my foot. And notice how my elbow point is facing down right now. First, I'm gonna push away. I'm gonna lift my elbow point up, rotate, so I can push, gain leverage to let this left sole of foot face the floor, my left hand face the floor, push into your right palm still, and really push into your left palm as well, eventually getting your left thigh closer to the floor and giving your left quad a really nice stretch. Hold right here for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Gently undo. So I'm reversing the way I went in as I let go of my foot. Press into your palm once again. Open your chest, draw your shoulders back, and lower yourself all the way down to the floor. Good, keeping your long spine, just your hands on either side. You don't have to go through a push-up. Javon, I know you will though. You can go through a push-up or simply push yourself up, and we move again into our camel. This is what, our 4th time now. So it'll be nice to feel the difference between our very first to now our 4th. After we've done all those backward bends, we've done a little bit of mild twisting, and we've certainly done a good amount for our hip flexors and our quads. So hands behind, thumbs on the out, fingers face the floor. Lift up tall through your chest, push your pelvis forward. And we don't really think about our quads in this, right? Like, who cares? It's all about backward bending. But in fact, as you'll realize, hopefully this space has opened up for you just a little bit more. Easy to dump into your low back. I want you to feel that lift up through your chest and find that arch from there. Let your head relax back. Push your pelvis forward. Hold right here for 4. Hold right here for 3. Pick up your chest. Hold right here for 2. Hold right here for 1. Gently lift yourself back up. Good. Lower yourself down onto hips, heels, and we'll come up, do some chair rolls, our body rolls real quick, and we'll have our 5th camel to close us off. So, to get ourselves lifted, let's just bring this left leg out to this side. We'll move it to Malasana real quick. It's a nice way to keep our chest open, keep our spine long. So you can shift, pick your right foot up, find your squat. And then I'll just show you from this side. You want to maintain this length. So at any point in time, if you feel you're crunched over, sometimes it's just a matter of seeing yourself. So if you have access to a mirror at some point in time, you don't have to grab one. You just want to do a quick check. I think, like, for myself, I'm always facing you guys, and I'm always facing whatever I'm facing. So I don't see myself from this side view, but it's every so often just a quick double check so that what you think you're doing actually matches up with what you are doing, right? So from here, press your palms into the floor, maintain a long spine, parallel your feet, you're in wide leg forward fold, yes. You can soften your legs, just bring your feet in just a little bit closer, let's say hip width, maybe a little bit wider than that, and then bend your legs as much as you need to, right? So for me, this kind of mild soft bending feels good, where I'm not overstraining my hamstrings, and where and it's a good place where I don't feel like I'm having to overly work to get my spine to this place. Now let's do 2 halfway lifts here. Inhale, you can push against the floor or push against your shins to re-lengthen and really find the length through your crown of your head, through your tail. And then exhale, plaster more of this upper body over your lower body, right? One more time, inhale, halfway lift, push against your shins or the floor or your thighs, wherever. And exhale, we fold. And we're gonna start these, usually I let you just like kind of fall over, like a curtain draped over your legs. I want us to start with a fairly long spine so we don't lose any of it. If you notice your shoulders are hiked up, draw them away from your ears so it's the feeling even when you are inverted, you know which direction your shoulders need to go to get your long neck. Grab your opposite elbows. It doesn't matter which one, and on top. Take an inhale to lift your head up, chin up, arms up, right? Create a very dramatic backward bend. I'm gonna sit my hips back a little bit farther, and as I lift, open your chest, your armpits, and you only start to straighten out your legs as you're ready for it to continue deeper into your backward bend. So at the end of this all, when your legs are straight, I want your chest to be facing at least the ceiling, maybe even farther back to the back of the room. Good. And then when you're already straight, send your hips back, push your hips back, and start to reverse the whole thing. Really be deliberate, even on the return, so you always save enough energy as you come back into the original position. You continue to arch through your spine. Good. And then once you're already down into that starting position, let your head relax, but keep the length in your spine. Swap out your arms, your elbows, so the other one is on top. Same deal. Lift your chin, your chest, your arms, your elbows. You can sit your butt back farther. Really allow your eyes, your elbows, your armpits to guide the way as you arch even farther back. Look back, head back, arch back, more back. You only start to straighten out your legs as it helps you continue the fluidity of your movement. Maybe you see something new. Drop back a little bit farther. Yes. And again, you reverse it whenever you're ready. Just taking note that if you're going extra quick to come out of it, you want to slow it down. Treat it just the way you treated going into it. Find a deeper crease at your hips. And this time allow yourself to upper body drape over your lower. Let your head drop a little bit. Let it hang, do some shakes. I want to keep a still fairly long spine, so I am not going to completely dump. Send your hips back. I like to keep the length in my spine. We have just one more, okay? So from here, carefully lower yourself down. Yes, that's right. And then lower yourself down onto your knees. Dan Kim, yes. So actually, it's funny, Dan Kim is stopping in to say hi. It was my conversation with Dan Kim. He was like, oh, my back doesn't feel super great. So this is your 5th round camel. We're gonna do it 2 ways. The same way that we did it earlier, which is just the normal approach. And we're gonna do the other approach, which if you're like me, it's a little bit more accessible with grabbing onto your heels. So your choice in this regular, more conventional approach, whether you want to grab your heels or not. Let's try it then. Hands to your hips. Push your pelvis forward. Lift up tall through your chest. Allow your head to relax back. If you're going for your heels, one hand at a time. If you find that your heels are quite far away, which I always find my heels are a little bit far away, you can always tuck your toes in. You bring the earth closer to you, right? You bring your heels up closer to you. So this is your choice. If you're gonna kind of reach one at a time, a little bit sort of diagonal, make sure you're not twisting too much in this, right? Keep your chest fairly straight up, and then maybe you reach for your other. Grab a hold. Full palm grip best you can. Continue to push your hips forward. Drop your head back. Open your chest. If this still feels good, you can certainly start to lower down to your ankles once again. One more breath. Lift your chest. Push your hips forward. And gently, one hand at a time, you carefully release yourself out of that. Really nice. Lower down to your hips. So, and when I said 5th time, I did mean it, but we're gonna do another round with the other approach, right? So, okay, 6th time. It's not the worst thing ever. It could be worse, right? As you fold into this, I still want you to have your pretty long spine here. Bring your knees and your feet, let's say not super close. Let's go hip width as well. And you grab onto your heels first. So thumbs out, fingers face the inside. Hey Marissa, you remember this from rabbit pose. All right, so as you come down, you're already grabbing your heels. I want a fairly long spine as you hinge, right? Let me go here. Okay, fairly long spine as you hinge. Sort of when you're already halfway here, you're almost completely down there, start to open up through your chest, lean back, and then thrust your hips forward, drop your head back. And you come up the conventional way, one hand at a time, to lift yourself up. Or if you want to reverse it, for me, for some reason, the reversal of that particular approach doesn't feel as good. I'm not gonna lie. So that's a personal choice. That's, to me and my body, doesn't feel great. I feel like I could just kind of, there's like almost like a jerky feel to it. So I personally prefer not to, and I'll just come out the conventional way. But if you find that coming out the other way works well for you, totally do it, right? It's all a little bit about experimentation. But I think for this one, you'll sort of immediately feel whether it's gonna
feel right or not. So it's kind of nice. Then you don't have to experiment too deeply. You can just kind of dip your toes real quick and see if it works or not. And then just for kicks, we didn't hold that one super long, so why not go for a 7? 6 is a good number, but 7 is also a good number. 6 is good in Chinese culture, 7 is good in American culture, so why don't we hit it one more time? Your choice then, you want to go conventional or not conventional, however you'd like to do. I'm going to go unconventional, and we'll do a good solid 4 breaths. Let's say 5 breaths, 6 breaths actually. 4 is not actually a very good number. 6, let's do 6. So take your time in approaching it. I'm going to open up my feet again about hip width apart. You can do the conventional way. I'm going to do the unconventional way, which is again leaning back a little bit, thrust tips forward, and allow your head to be natural. So you feel like your head is a little bit stuck in space. I want you to start to practice letting your head relax back. And we'll hold this for 6 good breaths. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, push your pelvis forward. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, push your pelvis forward. Stay with your breaths. Inhale, lift your chest up, shoulders back. Exhale, push your pelvis forward. Remember, you can come out of it at any point in time. That's 3. Inhale, lift your chest up. Push your pelvis forward. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, push your pelvis forward. 5. One more. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, push your hips forward. One hand at a time, or you reverse it, however you'd like. Then gently lower your hips back down to your heels. It's really quite funny because for climbing right now, we'll neutralize our spine. Let's lie down so I'm not just talking and we're just hanging out, which is fine, but not when we're on video. It's a little bit weird, right? So, so gently take yourself down. And even as you come down though, I want you to just be a little bit careful because our spines have been pretty neutral to backward bending. So get yourself down there without too much of a round. Let's get flat first. So that was not very pretty, but you get the drift. You just want to get yourself down there. Send your legs up. So just basically legs up the wall at the moment. It's funny with climbing right now, I feel like I'm pretty like solid at 4s, but some of you know 4 is not a very good number in Chinese. The reason for it being that the way you say 4 is very similar to the way you say death. It's just a different intonation. So I'm really working to get over that hump because I'm really working to death to get past that hump just because I don't like that too close of the sounds, which sounds silly because it's very superstitious-y, which I generally wouldn't like participate in that, but for some reason it's just like bothering me. I gotta get over that hump, you know? So hang out right here real quick. Maintain the length in your spine. We're just gonna do a little bit of twisty action to kind of unwind everything. With your arms, let's tee them out. You can go palms down. I think I like that a little bit better. Let your legs fall over to your left-hand side. Super slow here. This is sometimes we do this in core class. Good. But this time we'll let them actually fall down to the floor. So once your legs are actually resting, square up your shoulders again. So think of spreading your blades against the floor like butter, right? Just spread them out like butter. Give yourself a good twist. This is so funny, Javon, when we were talking about the whole diabetes thing and what you were eating. I was just thinking, you were telling me about the Popeye's chicken sandwich that you would eat like once a day. I still have not gone there to try it out. Are you still doing that? I still have to try it out. All right. Gently, again, firm up your core. Start to pick up your legs and return back through center. Although it's a very heated debate which one is better, that one or Chick-fil-A, so I'm not sure. Let your legs fall over to your right-hand side. And again,
we'll let them actually fall down to the floor. You see how much my shoulder is lifting? I need to reposition, get long through my spine, and settle my shoulder back down, right? Really think again about spreading your blades against the floor like they're butter. Hold. Good. Since we did do a lot of the backward bending, as we unwind out of it, it's a little bit of a slower transition. All right, we don't want to shock our bodies all of a sudden go straight into the rounding business. All right, start to firm up your core. Gently pick up your legs and send your legs back through center. I'm thinking the approach actually for food is eating the less healthy approach, like Popeyes and McDonald's and all this stuff. Lower your feet down to the floor. It was funny yesterday. Let's do one glute bridge here. So lift your hips up, squeeze your butt, and then send your hips up. Feel that nice lengthening again. So it was like the final day to get a medium Slurpee for free at 7-Eleven. So I asked James if he wanted one. I went out and got him one. And I took a picture of it and sent it to Dan. And he was like, oh my gosh, the funniest thing was that yesterday when we were chatting, I had a whole bunch of spelling mistakes because on my other hand, I had a McDonald's number 6 value meal in my other hand. I'm like, oh my gosh, is the secret to being strong just eating all of this stuff? And gently lower yourself down. Okay, we'll do a mild one. Bend your right knee in and then interlace your fingers over your shin. Give yourself a gentle pull. So now we did all that lengthening of our hip flexors. Now you're just pinching a little bit tighter, and then just check your shoulders as you activate your arms. Your shoulders are still fairly relaxed down away from your ears, right? And as we work the different orientations of where we are, whether it's inversion or standing or lying down, hopefully we get a sense of where shoulders down is. All right. And then gently release that right leg. Let's do the left. Bend up your left, interlace your fingers around your left, and pull your knee down toward your shoulder. And then check your shoulders if they've hiked up. Relax them back down to the floor, away from your ears. Really think about getting your knee to touch with your shoulder. Gently release. And we'll do both legs in. So usually, or sometimes you'll hear like, go get yourself into a tight ball. I do not want tight balls today. Once you grab onto something, it could be interlaced fingers, it could be your wrist, wherever you are. I want you to think of dropping your shoulders down and actually lengthening out through your spine quite a bit more. So instead of lifting your tail up, shoulders up, drop shoulders, drop tail. And think of, as you pull your knees down, your thighs down toward your chest, that you also unravel your tail down to the floor. So it's almost like that last bit when you unroll your yoga mat, like roll out your yoga mat, there's that bit that stays curled up because it's been in that position of that rolled up position. I want you to take that place and flatten it out, and that's where your tail is, right? So drop that down, really think of unraveling your entire spine so it's pretty darn flat against the floor. And as you do that and you find your compression, you should also feel a little bit your belly sort of sliding down your thighs as you flatten out your front body as well. To me, this is a really nice compression. It's like the tightening of the both sides of my hip flexors, and that unraveling of my spine feels really, really nice. Hold right here for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Good. Let's switch out the grip real quick so the other arm is on top, and then see if you might be able to grab a little bit closer to your elbows. Maybe the pointy parts go in the center of your palms, and then maybe if you were all the way here and your tail had lifted up, you think of dropping down, right? When you lift up and you're curled into a tight ball, your belly area is also sort of crunched, right? I want you to think of flattening out that space as well. Now I can't remember. Maybe it's like this. Which arm was on top? Drop your shoulders again, drop your tail down again, and feel that pinch through your hip flexor. Feel your belly flattening out a little bit more as opposed to crunchy, crunchy, and hold. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. All right, undo these arms, grab the backs of your thighs, and we'll do just a couple of rolls to get ourselves up. Here we go, rock it, forward and back. Let's do 4, 3, 2, as much as I don't like the number 4, 1, sit yourself up. It's like a very easy way to count, right? For the 8 beat and the 4 beat and 32 beat, all 32 count, so tricky things. Anyway, arms up and fold forward. Let's grab onto something, right? It could be your feet, it could be your ankles, your calves, your thighs, whatever it is, whatever gives you leverage. Like earlier when we did the quad stretch where you flipped your arm around and did this whole business, I want you to also like be able to use your arms, right? So wherever you are able to use your arms, do that and pull. Okay, spicy chicken is the recommendation for Popeyes from Javon. So I'm gonna check that out at some point in time. And you've only had it twice though. I hope those are not your only 2 meals that you've had throughout the pandemic, Javon. I know how you don't eat sometimes. Pull, 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 lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Relax your shoulders. One more breath. Inhale and exhale, fold. Good, gently come back up. We'll keep our legs as is and move into a twist from here. So inhale, arms all the way up high toward the ceiling, and twist to your right hand side, your left hand outside of your thigh, your leg. Lift up tall, twist a little bit deeper. Good, come back through center. Inhale, arms go all the way up high, switch. Twist to your left. By the way, if you are actually experiencing like some tightness in your back or like discomfort, you're not alone. I think just being at home quite a bit, sitting probably quite a bit more than we're used to in longer durations, it's totally normal, but there are things we can do, right? Inhale, arms all the way up high toward the ceiling, and exhale, give me a cactus. That always feels great. Chest up. Inhale, arms up, push it out right, left, and down. One thing I feel like that is really easy to do, the workout part is over by the way, is a twist. I think like it's something that's very accessible that you don't need like too much of a warm up for. With backward bends, like we've had this dedicated amount of time, so it's like really, we've warmed up to it and all those wonderful things. I think it's not that easy to do just like randomly in the middle of your day, oh, let me do a backward bend. But I do think twists are very easy to access, whether or not you're super warm, right? You can kind of just manipulate how much you twist, right? But I think if you really think about lifting from here and not just twisting up here in shoulders, but really allowing your entire spine to twist, getting that really deep twist out to the sides, I think that's really helpful and it feels really nice, and you don't even have to do it for a very long time. You can do it like, you know, one time every 2 hours or something, or whatever, whenever your body is, you know, kind of asking for it. And I feel like it feels good. It does a lot of good benefit, all those wonderful things. So that is something that's easy to do that you should definitely, you know, write down or something, have a Post-it note so you remember anytime you do feel, oh gosh, you know, oh, but I don't want to like flip over in an inversion chair. A twist is a wonderful way to find some relief in a very quick fashion. So definitely try it out. Let me know what you think, but have a wonderful rest of your evening. Yes, now we're hungry, Molly. Let's go get some food, eat up, and it's certainly well earned. So we will all report back on the spicy chicken recommendation and let Javon know for sure. All right, have a good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.